Thank you very much. My greetings to Ambassador Dorig, and always thankful for the cooperation and support from Switzerland. There has been an incredible good cooperation, and also we had this agreement signed 2 weeks ago that will be starting a program soon for sustainable heating in the city of Coyhaique, further south, where we will have two important reforms of the government involves the educational reform and all the efforts we're doing in terms of atmospheric pollution. In this project, we had this school where they had really high levels of contamination for heating. Now they have a thermal insulation fixings and a Swiss heater that has a better heating level, because if children are cold, they cannot learn. So this is a very good project, a very nice project we have been working with Switzerland. Nowadays, we are working hardly in atmospheric contamination because we are talking about 4,000 deaths, diseases a year per air pollution. And the efforts we have been making and mitigation measures we have been taking from the cities in Santiago and from Santiago to the south have been able to reduce around 700 diseases per year because of the measures we have taken. But what we are talking about today is diesel emissions that are more represented in the most concentrated cities, like in Concepcion and Santiago. And what has happened historically, and what we want to correct, is that we have incentives which are badly placed in terms of the diesel fuel. Because for a long time, diesel technology was thought to be on itself a solution to climate issues. And then the use of diesel fuel was promoted for light vehicles when it was not known that two important contaminants were provoked and were emitted to the air, NOx, and also information of a determinate particulated material that can capture the heat up to 60% of heating levels. So in terms of this, we have a climate benefit that doesn't depend on the efforts of other countries. It's a direct benefit for other countries. The deposit of such particulated material in the glaciers has an effect on the long term. The deposit of soot. If we don't agree on these strategies, the changes in climate at global level will be significant. But if we actually try to reduce soot from different fuels burned, we can add multiple benefits to our policies. So this integration of public policies is a central issue, and this has been recently reflected in our green taxes policies that together with Israel we are the only ones that include local contamination and global contamination in buying a new vehicle in Chile, where we have taxes on an inefficient vehicle for a diesel vehicle up to a certain level of money, and for a gas vehicle is a different level of taxes. And these green taxes incentivize for cleaner vehicles, and also the policies of vehicular restriction are key to reduce the emissions in light vehicles fleet for particulate materials and NOx. And we have also made efforts in the transport system in Santiago, and also because of the cooperation work between Switzerland and Chile, because especially of the installation of TPFs in the Trans-Santiago buses, where there are almost 3,000 buses that have such TPFs. Is a reduction around 70% regarding the previous transport system of the yellow buses. And also the benefits have been observed in the exposure of people to PM of the people who are passing by buses. And we intend to continue facing all the challenges regarding DPFs for trucks in the new decontamination plan of Santiago, and also we will address at the end of this collaboration work DPF of out of terrain or out of route machinery. Machinery out of the route may represent almost the same amount of emissions of the industrial area. So we need to take these measures for what these DPFs for machines will be representing for our decontamination policies. Also, there is a variation of emissions regarding what was known before in the scientific community and has been proven in the field in a recent scandal of Volkswagen, where we have seen that this deviation actually puts under question the technology regarding the variability in real conditions. The new challenges of our decontamination plan also will address issues such as exposures to PM, and also it has to do with where these vehicles are running and how. There is a study by the University of Chile that states that a person traveling by Trans-Santiago is exposed to double amount of ultra-fine PM than those people who transport by their own by subway, bicycles or cars. So the efforts we need to make regarding Trans-Santiago transport is a double effort. That's why the new decontamination plan has considered Euro 6 regulation for the new hired contracts of buses for public transport, and this will allow us to go to a next step regarding the DPFs. So that's why we wanted to thank this collaboration work, because it really is not only an improvement in human capital and only a demonstration, but it's really something that means that today we have 3,000 buses running in Santiago with the new technology that allows them to reduce contamination 90%. So it's not only a benefit for this country, not only for the climate, but also the other countries that are looking at our country as an example how to replicate such measures. The success of the DPFs for Euro 3 is a technology and an effort that was important for the government, and we need to highlight that, because we were able to work with the manufacturers and we found that it wasn't necessary to make the solutions by the factory or default, and we could make an extra effort because the environmental regulation would allow us to. So that's why I want to thank this effort from all of you who have been part of this and who have become this a reality and may help us make this a reality, and for this important seminar on diesel emissions for decontamination that at the end of the day many countries have been ignoring, and now they are paying for the consequences of ignoring such contamination. Thank you very much.